Hello, welcome to Television Tuners. Previously we discussed DC's Doom Patrol, starring Brendan Fraser and many other actors.
What's going on?
Today with me is my co-host Kiorein.
Wait, what? This is the previously
watcher.
on. What are you doing, Stair?
Hello.
And with us is television expert and hobbyist Swanson.
What is this intro? Normally we do like a previously on, and then
This is the introduction to Television Tuners, a deep dive into the world of television.
What more do you wish for us to recap?
Uh,
We watched a trailer for Netflix's new show, OA, and were mystified by his choices.
well, no. The joke is that the previously on didn't happen last time.
What joke?
We also covered the Oscars, which were not impressive to us in any form or fashion.
Swanson and I had a serious disagreement over the musical performances.
Yes, that all happened last week.
We
Good.
prepared a great lineup of content for us, so please stay tuned as we take our deep dive into the world of television.
Yeah,
What-
okay.
What media have we consumed this week, gentlemen?
Well, I started watching The Punisher, the new season of that.
Have you enjoyed
What were your
it?
thoughts on this?
It's okay.
Are you underwhelmed?
Yeah, kind of. It's just sort of there. There's some fun action scenes. That's
Would
about
you
it.
say it's a pitiful swan song for a once great TV franchise?
No, because it's not the Swan song. We still got Jessica Jones season 3, which I'm sure will also be not great. But
I am dutifully
Has the magic
corrected.
faded from the dying Netflix Marvel universe?
why are you guys talking like this?
We are the
Excuse
television
me?
tuners.
This is not how the podcast usually goes.
This is a podcast for the true fanatics.
Would you not kill for television, Swanson?
No.
Oh,
Very strange response from Swanson, who is usually very animated and excited about television.
you were the most passionate of us. You were always the one who got the most angry when we'd rather talk about anime.
Well, I'm more concerned about my friends who are not acting normal.
To see the passion leave Swanson is most saddening.
People cannot stay the same forever, Swanson. You know this.
Yeah, you usually don't make a drastic shift in personality from one week to the next.
And now,
Oh, I guess you got a fair point there.
Whoa.
That is pretty
Oh.
weird.
wait, well, what happened?
Oh,
You guys
we're doing
were
the
like-
podcast.
You guys were talking real serious. Kyo had a suit on. He
Oh!
still does, but
And I have one too.
yeah,
Zip.
you guys were...
Okay,
okay.
time for sweatpants.
Wow, you were wearing sweatpants right under that suit.
That must have been really uncomfortable.
Yeah. Swanson, I need you to fan me.
All right, if I must.
That's the stuff.
You don't want to
So, what did you watch this week, Stair?
Oh, I rewatched Collateral with a friend. It didn't hold up on the rewatch.
I don't remember
Oh.
what that is. Explain for
That's-
me and maybe the viewers.
Okay, so Jamie Foxx is a taxi cab driver, and then he accidentally picks up Tom Cruise, who's a professional hitman, as his fare. And then Tom Cruise accidentally kills a guy and drops the body on top of Jamie Foxx's taxi. So he has to involve Jamie Foxx in things, and Jamie Foxx has this sort of arc where he becomes liberated as a man.
So you could say Jamie Foxx becomes Collateral.
Yes! Absolutely.
And it made you sad?
Oh, yeah. I still kind of get some feelings. Wait, you mean not enjoying it as much or the ending of the movie?
Not enjoying it as much.
Yeah, it was kind of embarrassing. I mean, there's Tom Cruise doing cool John Wick stuff, but not enough cool John Wick stuff.
Like, what percentage of the movie was John Wick stuff?
About maybe 15%.
That's woefully
At best.
underrepresented.
Yes. And they hype up this cool three-way shootout at a club, but then it kind of just doesn't happen at all.
What if it did
No,
it become
you
a
don't
cool,
do that.
Did it become a cool three-way?
No.
Oh.
There's no fucking in this movie.
None?
Oh, but there is a Jason Statham cameo in the opening 10 seconds.
There's a really important rule for writing, and it's that if you hype up some kind of shootout, you have to make the shootout happen. It's called, what was it called? Chekhov's shootout?
It's
the
called,
Chekhov's kill a bunch.
It's called Schrodinger's shootout.
Yes. Also, if you're going to have Jason Statham in the movie, don't have him in it for only 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Well, what if you can't afford to have him longer?
They got Tom Cruise!
What if he was just like walking by and they were like, "Oh, we're shooting a movie," and he's like, "I'll be in it."
That might have been what happened. Considering how that scene goes.
Kiorein, what did you watch this week?
Well, I watched some television.
Do you watch anime?
Unfortunately.
Oh no.
Go on.
This week I did partake in some anime.
Yes!
Oh.
Shoot that shit directly into my veins.
I watched the new season
What?
of Mob Psycho.
Oh! Yeah, everyone likes
100.
that, but I've only read the manga.
Wow.
Typical manga head.
I'm a Luddite.
Kyo sounds serious again.
And now it's time for some grim news from the world of television.
Oh?
I mean, I don't know if it's grim. It's kind of just regular news.
Oh, I want to hear this first before we can assess it.
All right. Well, let's start with the... Oh, man, I guess this first part is grim. The director of The Sandlot, that classic coming-of-age movie about baseball and big dogs, has said that he sold a 2-season sequel show to an undisclosed streaming service.
Oh, I think I know what this is. Okay,
Yeah?
So, at the end of The Sandlot...
They already do the sequel?
They tell you what happens to all those people, and one of them dies in Vietnam. Now, guess what FX is doing with Michael Mann this year?
A Vietnam show?
Yes. This clearly must be the sequel to The Sandlot.
So you think the guy who did The Sandlot is teaming up with Michael Mann, notorious director of Manhunter and other films that I can't remember. Heat,
Collateral, Last of the Mohawkins, The Insider.
Is also doing the sequel to The Sandlot.
Yes, based off a book about Operation Tet.
This story is adding up to me.
Specifically the Battle of Hugh City. What do you think, Keo?
Yeah, I got it up on my wall here. I'm connecting the strings together. Yeah, this adds up.
Do you think the dog is going to show up?
Yes, they need those dogs to find the tunnels in Hugh City.
So the director, David Mickey Evans, because of course that's this dude's name, was quoted on a podcast as telling the host that I just sold a Sandlot television show. We're about to get an order for the first 2 seasons.
Why doesn't it go by Mick Evans? That would be way cooler.
Yeah, it sounds more like baseball, I guess, and he seems to really like baseball.
How many of those guys in Sandlot actually went to go play baseball anyways, like statistically?
I think one, right? The kid who got the main character.
Is it wrong for me to picture a shady silhouette in a business room when you mention an undisclosed streaming service?
Yeah, well, this is what he says about this undisclosed streaming service.
Oh,
I know who's going to stream it. It doesn't take a genius to figure that out right now.
Is it Disney? Is it 20th Century Fox?
I mean, one has to assume it's Netflix, but I don't know.
I guess it would have to be Disney since they own 20th Century Fox.
I guess if you say something like that, it's got to be Netflix, right?
No, I think it's going to be Disney. Now.
It's going to be Amazon streaming service.
It doesn't... I just like this idea that... he sounds like a con man who's trying to make people believe that this is going to happen. He's like, oh yeah, I just sold this for 2 seasons. Okay. And, I'm streaming it, and it's going to stream somewhere, and it doesn't take a genius to figure out where it's going to stream. It's just going to stream.
Okay, So, Swanson, did you know that there is a Sandlot sequel already?
Yes, and I think there's a third one, too.
Yes, a Sandlot sequel where James Earl Jones returns, and it has the same director as the first one.
Oh, wow. So he's doing a sequel to the sequel, or he's negating the sequel?
It's like a Halloween type.
Yeah, he's just... David Gordon Green also does this.
Yeah. And also, Michael Myers shows up.
Also, that plot line where that kid pretends to drown so that lady can kiss him probably doesn't hold up anymore. So no. I don't think the them being married thing is going to play out too well in this sequel show.
That's why it's going to be good when Michael Myers kills him. Oh man, imagine Michael Myers in a baseball stadium. That'd be cool.
The blood lot.
You just have a baseball bat?
So he becomes like Jason's arch rival.
The umpire.
No, it's just Michael Myers with a baseball bat beating people to death.
No, he's the umpire now.
Well, I mean, he is striking people out of life.
Bases are loaded for death. All right. Moving on from that news, which I guess is grim. There's some more. Oh man, this is also grim. Maybe Kio's on to something.
I told you.
Okay,
as we all know,
Sandlot sequel. I just wanted to let everyone know Swanson's right.
Yeah, I mean, I knew I was right, but I'm glad that I've been vindicated regardless.
It has Luke Perry in it.
Rest in peace. Yeah. So anticipation is high, as we all know. The final season of Game of Thrones is steadily approaching. And that means that the press junkets have been ratcheting up as we all hype ourselves up for continuous,
blood.
And in a new interview with Entertainment Weekly, some of the cast has mentioned the conditions for their shooting of the 11 weeks that it took to do the final battle on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no.
That must have been tough.
So the filming on Season 8's final battle, which presumably is between humanity and those ice zombies.
They're whites.
That's not what they're called on the show. But...
That's what they're called in the... Okay.
They're called the White Walkers, pal. Okay. It included 11 weeks of shooting at night in the frozen tundra of Belfast.
Wow, that sounds really fun.
And of course there was constant, sleeping at 7 in the morning and waking up midday, and then going back at night and filming.
Oh god.
Oh, like my regular week.
Wait, so they only get like 7 hours of sleep at most?
Yeah.
Oh,
To quote Macy Williams, who plays Arya, "You're reeking of horse manure and choking smoke.
Oh god.
And nothing can prepare you for how physically draining it is. It's night after night and again, and it just doesn't stop. You can't get sick. You have to look out for yourself because there's so much to do that nobody else can do it."
Oh god.
Are they actually putting them into the real Game of Thrones universe?
I think they fought actual ice zombies.
Oh.
There are moments you're just so broken as a human and you just want to cry.
And then this battle can be like 40 minutes long.
No, it's probably going to take up like a whole episode, bro.
Oh god, that's like... Remember the lightsaber duel at the end of episode 3 of Star Wars?
Yeah, well, Stairmaster gave up watching Game of Thrones after season 4, so he missed the whole episode that was the battle with, you know what I'm talking about, Kiorein, the last season. It was like a whole episode.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
It was that battle with,
The battle of the bad boys.
The battle of the bad boys.
Will Smith versus Martin Lawrence.
Or maybe it was the season before. Yeah, because it was when Ramsey was still alive.
Yeah, I'm really confused by Will Smith appearing in this show.
Yeah, he's the Ice King.
Would that be better or worse, you think, him being an Ice King than him being a genie?
I feel like the effects would somehow be better for him being the Ice King.
Oh god, no, wait, you can't do that at all, can you? Having a black guy play the white dude? of pale white man.
He's playing the Ice King. The Ice King could be anybody.
But maybe not a black actor. I don't know.
Would Will Smith be like one of the 5 black actors to appear on Game of Thrones?
Yes.
Liam Cunningham, who plays Davos Seaworth, aka the only person left rooting for on the show, was quoted as saying, "I heard the crew was getting 40,000 steps a day on their pedometers."
Oh God.
They're the fucking heroes.
Oh God, now I gotta look that at 40,000 steps in miles.
How would you feel if Will Smith was just some random guy in the show?
Like
how Ed Sheeran
Sam Tarley's dad.
He's Sam Tarley's dad.
Okay, so for an average person, 1 mile is 2,000 steps, so that'd be 20 miles.
He's Hodor's brother, Slowdor.
Oh. Wait, why is he saying slow the door?
He's not saying slow door. He's just like really slow.
Oh.
Like he like walks around like real slowly.
Is he like nonverbal? So they just call him Slow Door because he's related to Hodor and they don't know his name.
Yeah, he doesn't speak at all.
That'd probably be cheaper.
He had his tongue cut out.
Oh God!
Don't have to pay him as much if he doesn't.
What did he
speak,
see?
Who knows? We'll never know. He dies right upon showing up.
He saw Rhaegar and Lyanna conceiving Jon Snow.
Yeah, they do a flash forward or a flashback, and they show him looking in the window.
Damn! That's something Will Smith would say.
Yeah,
that's wickety whack.
Okay, what would be the strangest recasting to put Will Smith in Game of Thrones?
Man, Mad Titan Kings just don't understand.
Okay, so let's just agree that casting him as a woman isn't going to be the funny thing we do.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Is Will Smith the one known for playing women? Isn't that Martin Lawrence's thing?
I'm just saying we shouldn't use that as a joke. I feel like that'd be too lazy for our high standards here at Television Tuners. The ultimate in television.
Well, yes, we make podcast. The highest brow of jokes here on Television Tuners.
Sorry.
I'm getting concerned. You guys are like switching on and off.
Okay. Will Smith as John Bolton. That would definitely be a role I would like to see him. You
would get real mad when Ramsay kills him.
Oh yeah. Or Stannis.
Oh yeah, I could see Will Smith sacrificing his daughter.
He doesn't do that in the books. It's a total. It's a miscarriage of his character. Yeah, I think those would be the most out there roles.
Okay, hear me out. Will Smith as Ned Stark.
Oh, that would be conventional, but yeah, I would love to see that. Actually,
yeah, that would be good, but like not funny.
Like Joffrey sentences him to execution. He's just like, oh hell no.
Is Victorian Greyjoy even in the TV show?
Who?
He's like Theon's crazy uncle who literally goes around.
I think he died already.
Stuff. Oh.
Okay, Will Smith is Theon Greyjoy.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh God! That would get him an Emmy.
Will Smith is Littlefinger.
Oh my God! That's it.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Got it.
He could actually probably do that. Like, I think if he just twisted it a little.
Or wait, how about Will Smith?
Delivery.
Will Smith is the Hound.
He would have to get jacked like The Rock Jack.
Will Smith? Oh yeah, okay. I was gonna say
Hound
Will Smith's
is a pretty
jacked.
Oh, I guess like Suicide Squad. Will Smith is kind of jacked.
Okay, what about Will Smith as Podrick?
No, that would be Martin Lawrence.
Okay, Will Smith is the voice of Sir Pounce, the cat. Joffrey's cat. Or not Joffrey's cat, the other one.
Tommen.
Yeah. Will Smith is Tommen.
That would be some role.
That would be fun.
I'm 12 years old.
Okay, Will Smith as, I've already forgotten his name. Head squish guy. Pedro Pascal.
Oh, no. No more.
All right.
Jeremy Spearman was his name.
His name was...
Jeremy? Yeah, you're
his
right.
name was Oberyn Martell. The
Rest
Sand
in
Snake.
peace.
Wait, no, not the Sand Snake. The Viper.
All right, let's move on.
Same thing.
There's one last bit of news, and I hate to say it, but it's also kind of grim.
Grim news from the world of television.
So we talked early in the podcast's history about a Law & Order spinoff being developed by NBC called Law & Order: Hate Crimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And
still no Ice-T.
Yeah, there wouldn't be any ice. You mean to tell me racist still exists?
You mean to tell me he said boop? I can't say it, but Keo can.
There's potentially exploring all of the new adventures of racism and homophobia and religious discrimination. It sounds like a terrible idea, and apparently people agreed because that plot has no longer playing. I guess I don't know.
So wait, what's this? No show?
Now it's just
Law and Order.
Crimes done by minorities.
Oh no!
Instead.
Oh no! Law and Order Mexican Crimes Task Force.
Oh god!
Could you imagine?
Law and Order Jamaican Crimes Task Force.
Oh no! All right, so it's not officially dead in the water. NBC just announced recently that it's hitting the brakes on the show and is not going to be able to develop it for this upcoming television season.
Traditionally, you hit the brakes when you want something to stop. Just say
they want it to stop for this potential season.
Maybe America will be less racist, or maybe
they just got to work on it.
Maybe
they got to get a workshop going.
Yeah, maybe the idea of a show presumably about nothing but bad crimes, like the worst.
Yeah, like what if they made a show about people getting raped all the time?
Yeah.
That would be too far.
The show was originally supposed to be a backdoor pilot in SVU, so there'd be an episode where they have to deal with like hate crimes.
Oh, and rape.
Yeah, so it's hate sex crimes, which is just a beautiful of intersection of horribleness.
I don't even want to make jokes about that.
They call it a Chinese fire drill.
Oh boy.
Here we go.
6 men, 4 holes.
You mean to tell me there's more than 2?
Oh, yeah. Just put a big beep over that last one.
So apparently at some point we can maybe look forward to hate crimes coming in through the back door of SVU. And we'll see, I guess.
By then it'll be Law and Order Race War.
Yeah. Oh, I would watch that. Ice-T has to pick a side.
Well, I think it would be very obvious what side he'd be on.
Well, he's a cop, so he has to pick a side.
Oh, you're right. I don't know. I don't think that would help.
But it does turn out in real life the Hate Crimes Task Force is operating under the Real Life Special Victims Unit, so it does sort of work.
It's accurate.
Anyway, we can always look forward to other... I'm sure CBS will pick up the slack on terms of murders that are also hate-based.
I want to see them do an episode where they investigate a guy saying the N-word on Twitch.
I want to see that. Like, he's got every racist gamer stereotype going.
Oh, yeah! He's playing, like, a very terrible Fortnite ripoff that has, like, 3 polygons for each character model. They call it the bus because it takes them to the level.
They're playing some game called Twice Day.
2 week. 100 men. 1 winner.
It turns out he's been playing video games to learn how to actually shoot guns, and he's got guns.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
Ice-T gets into a 1-minute shootout with him. Because that's all the budget can afford that season.
Yeah, and it's quickly cut away from like 30 seconds in, but you still hear the gunshots.
Yeah, what's her name is running after them?
Yeah, Mariska Hargitay.
Yes. Isn't that wait, Mariska Hargitay, isn't that what the guy says in The Love Guru?
Yes.
Sorry. Sorry.
Shoutouts to classic Mike Myers film, The Love Guru.
I love it. Is that the one where the town tries to kill him, but then he somehow ambushes them all, and then it turns out there's like a pagan ritual where he has to kill his family?
Are you thinking of The Wicker Man?
No, I was making a reference to one of the Halloween sequels.
Oh. You say pagan ritual, and I immediately think of The Wicker Man.
Sorry.
Anyway.
Oh man, that would have been a better ending to The Wicker Man.
That would have been a better ending to The Love Guru. He just gets burnt at the altar.
Yeah.
All right.
By Michael Myers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Michael. Has Michael Myers ever burnt someone alive?
No. But that'd be fun and new. Like he stabs someone over an open flame.
So many ways to stab people.
So many movies would be improved by Michael Myers showing up at the end. Like Cloverfield.
Oh, the monster's just Michael Myers?
No. Michael Myers is just in the subway. And he's hunting them down. Oh, and the monster's the reason they can't leave the subway. It's a perfect locked room.
If you want to add more tension to your movie, you can just add Michael Myers to it. That is actually a tried and true writing technique.
Yeah, that's why I heard Mike Myers is going to be an Endgame. Michael Myers. Mike Myers, too. Mike Myers is taking over for Josh Brolin. He's playing Thanos, and Michael Myers is also going to be there.
And he's going to kill Thanos 1 second end to the film.
All right. So
sorry everyone.
Keo, there's a segment that there's a segment time with Kiorein, so hit the theme stair.
Yes, it is time for Kiorein's Crackdown.
Ah, a good reliable segment. All right, Keo, what's the
what
issue?
is your grievance this week, friend?
Wait a minute, something's wrong here.
It is time to discuss a problem facing mankind.
This sounds dire. What could it be?
It does sound dire. Uh-oh.
Climate change is encroaching on us, and we're running out of time to respond to it.
Go on.
Guys, I don't think this is like a comedy podcast. Maybe we shouldn't.
The President of the United States of America is making great efforts to take steps backwards.
I mean,
in our efforts to fight climate change.
Yeah, this is all true and stuff, but maybe we should, not talk about this right now.
Swanson, this is the problem we're facing. People do not want to address our problems.
Vertebrae. Fuck. Hey.
Whoa.
I broke out of it.
Stairmaster's speech impediment got him right out of it.
50% of vertebrae will get too hot and boil up in their own skin, I'm assuming is what you were going to say.
Oh no, they're already dead.
50% of vertebrae are dead, Swanson. And you don't want to discuss this problem?
All right. I don't
know. Is there something else we could talk about?
Yeah, it's like was your sandwich late coming to your house today?
Any other issues?
Did the mailman send you the wrong pair of pants?
Crisis in Venezuela.
No. Try again.
I stubbed my toe.
There we go.
How did that happen?
What happened there, pal?
Someone carelessly left a book on the floor.
Whoa!
And I stubbed my toe on it.
What book was it?
It was a textbook.
It must have been my copy of Infinite Jest. No big deal. I'm just reading that thing again.
Not funny.
I can't believe you heard my friend Keo like this. This is a regular stare saying that, by the way. That's how upset I am.
Look, it's a big book, all right? And I've totally read all of it.
Well, you shouldn't leave it on the floor.
I think we've addressed all of my issues this week. Thanks for helping out, guys.
Oh,
I'm glad.
Yeah, I'm definitely not concerned at all about either of you. What a fun segment.
We're having a good time here, Swanson.
Yeah, me too. All right, let's move on to another segment near and dear to everyone's heart. It's Trailer Blazers. Hit the theme, Keo.
Dun-dun-dun, 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 dun-dun-dun.
All right. Trailer Blazers is, of course, where we watch the latest and greatest in trailers. And this week was no exception.
We watched 2.
That's right. 2. You're getting more bang for your buck here, TV tuners.
They're getting double the value.
We watched the trailer for Game of Thrones Season 8.
Yeah, that's true.
It was a thing. It happened.
We did do that, Swanson.
Yeah, I mean, stuff happened in it. People were like, guys are coming and we gotta prepare for the people.
There's a guy on a deer. I'm not gonna lie, we watched it 30 minutes ago and I already forgot most of it.
There are people talking and then, like, it shows people doing stuff and, like, Cersei's there.
Except
smiling.
Cersei, she doesn't talk at all.
Yeah, she's smiling.
There's a dramatic
she
scene
smirks.
where the camera pans in on her and then she just kind of smirks and tilts her head instead of saying anything.
What would you have
It's
thought
because
if
she's not taking the threat seriously.
Yeah, what would you have thought if she had, like, smirked and looked at the camera and said, "It will be a Game of Thrones"?
I might actually watch it then.
Well, you're gonna have to watch it, pal. I got bad news for you.
What if she looked at the camera and said, "Garbage day"?
Oh no!
And then
she shoots Jamie.
Oh no!
Yeah,
she invents the first gun in all of. I forget the name of the place.
Westeros.
You know, the Game of Thrones
Westeros.
town. Westerosville.
Westchester.
I think the fans call it like Planetos.
That's dumb. Shut up. No, they don't. Planetos?
I'm sorry, I don't make the rules.
I would eject myself into space if someone named my planet that.
I don't think that they. No, that's just what the fans call it.
Welcome to Planetos.
Hello, welcome. Planetos sounds like what happens if gingivitis goes left unchecked.
Oh god. When you think about it, that's basically what's going on in Game of Thrones right now.
What are the White Walkers but gingivitis?
That's what the Game of Thrones is. It's a big cancer on this big tooth that is Westeros society.
Yeah.
Also, Westeros is kind of shaped like a tooth.
Is it?
Well, no, not really. It's shaped like a fang more.
I don't know. You read the books. You'd know.
I don't know. You never looked at a map of Westeros?
No. There's not really moments in the show where they show you a map of Westeros.
Big shortcoming.
Yeah, they should have like a shot, like a straight minute of just a shot of the map of
Wait,
Westeros
they do!
as people talk.
They do in the intro! You get to look at that big-ass map!
That's not what Swanson asked for. That's not what he wants.
I asked for a big-ass shot of the map of Westeros as people just talk over it for a minute.
We need to have a shot of the map of Westeros, and then a guy in a suit walks onto it and explains the map to you.
Over here you have Dorne.
You're about to enter a different world where winters
no one cares
many years and come unexpectedly.
Yeah, Jordan Peele shows up and he says, "You're about to enter a world where people play a game. It's a Game of Thrones."
Why is he doing that voice?
Because he's doing the Twilight Zone. Remember?
Doesn't mean he has to do the voice. He could just.
He just does a Rod Sterling impression. Yeah.
That's him now.
Okay.
He's now Mr. Twilight.
Hello, welcome to Twilight Zone Fun Hour. I am Jordan Peele. All right.
Welcome.
Yeah, we get some shots of like Arya's running around and like Jon Snow's looking worried like he always does.
And Mr. Smart Guy.
We gotta take on those Bone Boys.
Mr. Smart Guy has a beard now.
Who's Mr. Smart Guy?
Mr.
Samuel?
No, Tyrion.
Tyrion's had a beard.
He's had a beard for a while.
Oh. Well, then why did they get...
And that's no way to talk about Varen.
Is Varen even alive? Or Varys?
Varys is still alive.
Oh.
He's very happy about being alive.
Did they include that scene where he killed Kevin Lannister in the show? Or is that not?
I don't remember.
Who's Kevin Lannister?
That's Charles Dance's brother.
Kevin Lannister sounds like a name you just made up. He's my brother, Kevin.
He's like,
what?
Yeah, he had a brother.
You know, Tyrion, Cersei, Kevin.
Well, it's like spelled with an A instead of an I.
Oh, Kevon.
Look it up. He shows up in the show.
This is my brother, Kevon. Is this like Stephen Urkel?
No, he's like...
It's just real.
It's just Charles Danson.
No, it's Tywin's younger brother. He's his help out guy.
It's just like Charles Danson, like a suave voice. He's just doing a Stephen Urkel type of deal. Hello, I am Kevin. I am Kevin Lannister.
I can't believe you've gone and done this to me.
I can't wait till Frank Targaryen shows up.
Fuck you.
You're humiliating him, Swanson.
He's Lancel's dad.
You're making this up. I googled it and there's a wiki page for it, but this is clearly just some kind of fan-made character.
Kevon Lannister. All right, now that I've thoroughly humiliated Stair, I've made him feel so bad about himself. I'm sorry, Stair.
I hate you.
Let's move on to our other show that we watched. Turn Up Charlie.
Oh boy.
This is
like a weird Wreck-It Ralph parody.
Sort of. This is a show where Idris Elba plays a DJ who has to become a nanny to, I guess, make ends meet. I don't know. It's not really explained.
Very British Idris Elba on display here.
Yes, very British. Still very attractive. Yeah. He shows up and he's like, I'm a DJ, but also, look at how hot I am.
Jason Statham.
Yeah, Jason Statham unfortunately does not show up in this. That we know
He
of.
revealed his true colors in this. He's British, apparently, I discovered.
Yeah, you don't really realize it when you watch The Wire or most other things he's in, but...
Yeah, except for Pacific Rim.
Well, yeah.
Or his maximum British.
I assumed Keo did not watch that.
Yeah, why would Keo watch this movie with giant robots fighting giant monsters? And
yeah, you can watch
that 15... sounds really lame.
You can watch 15 different animes that have that.
You of all people should understand that, Stair.
Yeah. No.
Keo can't wait to watch Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Evangelion.
Neon
Evangelion.
Genesis Evangelion.
Oh, Robin Williams is turning in his grave right now, Swanson.
Well, someone should switch him over. He's getting cold on
one side. No, I said he's spinning. He doesn't need anyone to switch him.
Oh, I thought you said he switched over in his grave.
No, why would I? What kind of saying is that?
I don't know. You ruin colloquialisms all the time on this show.
I guess you're right.
You just make up your own colloquialisms. We call them Stairmasters.
Stairisms. Stairmaster. Let's engage in Stairmaster thought.
Okay. Oh, my stomach hurt.
I'm tired.
Welcome to the world of Stairmaster.
Oh, why do my joints hurt so much?
Oh, my cat's here.
My skin feels bad.
Oh, I hope her squeaks don't pick up on the recording. But they did.
Swanson's my good friend.
Keo is extremely attractive and handsome and good.
I wish I was pretty like Kiorein. I wish I lived in L.A. with a nice car like Kiorein.
Swanson is so buff. How does he get that way?
Well, I don't know about that one, Chief.
Oh no!
You're nowhere near hunk.
Have you seen these muscles?
You're not even twunk. Ah!
Swanson.
It's like he ascended Super Saiyan.
Yeah, that's right.
What'd that sound?
My shirt flipped off and everything. It didn't rip off, it flipped off.
Have you been hitting the gym secretly?
Yeah, I've been known to pump some iron.
Swanson loves it. It feels great. It feels like coming every time.
Feels like I'm coming. I'm just constantly coming every time. You just go to the gym, you feel like you're coming. Anyway,
Swanson,
every time he lifts the weight, it's just like.
Yeah, that's how I lift weights at the gym. That's why they don't let me there anymore. I'm just.
Swanson got into working out so he could humiliate me at a bodybuilding competition in front of my family.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's Turn It Up, Charlie.
Yeah, we talked about it in depth. I think we gave you the gist of what it is.
Oh yeah, he's like a nanny or something.
This trailer is sort of all over the place.
But also, he's gonna cuck this dude, sort of like Spanglish.
Yeah, there's this English guy who I guess is like the child that he's watching's father, who's like, "You're attracted to this guy," and we're like, "Yeah, of course, he's Idris Elba."
Do not let Idris Elba near your woman.
Yeah.
What?
There are scenes where, yeah.
Nobody warned me about this.
Avoid Stringer Bell.
Oh no.
Speaking of which, why is he in a comedy series and not James Bond already?
Well, he could do both, Mark.
I don't think he's going to.
Also, because Daniel Craig is still James Bond for one more movie.
Oh, okay.
He's busy being like, "I'm Bond. Hello, it's me, I'm Bond."
Hello, it is I.
They should get
James Bond.
They should get the guy from Bodyguard to be James Bond.
Or Jason Statham.
He's old. I don't want him.
What if they rebooted
Fuck
James
you.
Bond? What if they rebooted James Bond and started calling it Jimmy Bond?
Hello, Jimmy Bond here.
Wait, how do you? I don't know. I think Jason Statham doesn't age.
I like it shaken not stirred, please, Jimmy Bond. Thank you.
Yeah, better movie.
I don't
You're right,
know.
Jason Statham doesn't age.
Yeah, I'm looking at all these Google images and he looks the exact same in all of them.
I don't know, Stairmaster. Are we ready for a bald James Bond?
I mean, Bruce Willis proved that movie stars can be bald.
Yeah, but James Bond?
Well, I think people will be too scared to criticize Jason Statham. So that'll help.
I don't know. Have you seen some of the reviews of Jason Statham's movies? I don't
No.
think people are afraid to criticize him.
Okay, he hasn't been in some real stinkers, but that's not like personally criticizing him.
I'm fighting megalodons now.
Yeah, I like James Bond with a full head of hair and committing acts of sexual assault.
Okay, what if
on camera.
Jason Statham grows like a really long beard? Like a Chinese mystic.
Well, I'd say that's even less like James Bond.
Okay, you guys
Looks
are...
like maybe a James Bond villain.
Yeah, I guess Jason Statham should be a James Bond villain.
Jason Statham's the Bond villain, and Idris
Yeah,
Elba is Bond.
And they fight. Yeah, that'd probably be good. That's a movie right there.
That's a movie and a half.
That's 4 minutes of a movie right there.
Yeah, at the very least. All right.
Oh, I guess, yeah, there would be two fights. One where he gets introduced and kind of overpowers Bond, and then at the end, they meet again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a movie. That's how they work.
So yeah, Turn It Up Charlie is a thing where he's not James Bond. Instead, he's a DJ and stuff happens, I guess.
I guess
It's
he's
wacky.
gonna, like, move into the rich white lady's house after the husband dies.
It seems like a delightful television romp.
That's right.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's move on to our main event of the evening. We're
Gone.
talking about Gone.
Gunstein.
Shout outs to number one fan, Viper.
We probably could get him on this podcast if we DM'd him.
Yeah, I don't want to. It's frightening.
Yeah. Never meet your heroes.
So I want to talk about this show real quick.
I'm just picturing we try to record the podcast and he's just breathing.
Don't mind me. I got sleep apnea.
I just want to point out for legal purposes, we do not know for sure whether or not he has sleep apnea.
Yes.
Or just making a joke.
All right. So I want to talk real quick because this is a very interesting case. I want to talk about the origins of this television show prior to us discussing the actual show itself. So, Gone
honey.
is...
Honey. Sorry.
Gone is a TV show that is a production of.
Yeah, work it, girl.
It's internationally co-produced. It's part of NBC Universal's International Studios, which it's odd that it's made from NBC Universal because I would have sworn this came out of CBS's procedural factory.
It's Universal because it's monstrous. No, it doesn't work.
This show premiered all the way back in November of 2017 in Australia, despite being produced in France and Germany. Before making its debut in France in January of 2018, followed by Germany in February. And finally, it's made its way to America in the year of our Lord 2019.
What a journey!
Almost 2 years later, or a little over 2 years later.
Which is odd, considering this is deliberately about Americans doing America stuff.
Yeah, it is currently shown on WGN America, a show that's a television network, network known primarily to me for baseball.
And this is most definitely a strikeout.
Yeah, this is like I said, this is like a CBS procedural that was made 5 years ago.
Fans of the show might remember.
No thought went into the entire premise of the show.
TV Tuner superfans might remember the television show Stalkers, starring Dylan McDermott. There's a very similar vibe going on here.
Yeah, only no one as fun to watch as Dylan McDermott is in this.
We don't have somebody who's way too serious for the role.
Yeah, fun like train accidents on YouTube.
Oh, that's not true. This Novak dude, the FBI agent, is Mr. Big from Sex and the City, so...
What's that? Who's that?
You know what Sex and the City is.
We have not watched Sex and the City in any sort of meaningful capacity, Swanson.
It doesn't mean you don't know what it is.
Well, I mean, I know there's 4 ladies, and...
What is sex?
And Mr. Big is one of the recurring guys.
No. He voiced Lex Luthor in Justice League Crisis on 2 Earths.
Yeah, he also, I guess that's something.
Does that do anything? Does that do anything for you, Keo?
Yes. Now I know what sex is.
Yeah, you learn about it and the city.
Yeah, I have to go now.
Oh man.
Go where?
To sex.
Well, I learned about this. Yeah, I learned about sex. Now I want to have it. So bye.
You're just gonna go find someone to sex?
Ladies,
yeah,
come
in the
here.
city.
It's time.
All right, so
fine. I'll wait till the podcast is over.
So we get this happy-go-lucky family, or so it seems.
They're having meatballs and spaghetti.
I love this this mom who this is the only line she has in the entire episode before she kills herself. Showing us right off the bat that this show really cares about its female characters. But she says all of the words together. The little girl asks what they're having for dinner, and she says green bean casserole, spaghetti and meatballs.
It's supposed to be a fake out, but
there's no fake out. She just says green bean casserole, spaghetti and meatballs. I'm like, what's going on? I thought I was having a little background on me watching this episode. I fell asleep.
What's on mids?
No, well, I fell asleep and then woke up at 4 a.m. to watch this episode.
Oh God!
Because I needed to watch it before we recorded and before I went to work and stuff. So. Oh
God! So your day was just ruined.
Well, I went back to bed after this, but yes, I watched this episode and immediately went back to sleep, and I had weird dreams for sure. Yeah, there were spaghetti and meatballs everywhere. But I thought for sure that I was like my sleep, the deprivation messing with me. That I just like words were mixing together. But no, she just does this.
Well, it makes sense because she abducted a child.
So she would just string all of her words together.
Speak properly.
She has impulse control issues, Swanson. That's what Kia's getting at.
Well, we don't know that she abducted the child. She's just complicit.
Well, she's complicit anyway.
Well, yeah.
So this guy tells her to go to her hole. He doesn't say it like that, but
no, he says go to the hole and just.
And immediately the FBI breaks into this house. We get this little girl with a gun. We hear a gunshot. The mom's killed herself.
And the FBI just really casually says, yeah, she shot herself up there.
Oh, yeah, she's dead.
I think they just assume that the child wasn't listening in to their communications.
As they loudly proclaim, yeah, she's dead!
She shot herself.
She blew her brains out. She did the dead thing.
Yeah,
The bitch is cold!
So this FBI dude, Novak, who looks the same age now at this flashback as he does, 20 years later, comes on down the stairs as she, goes into her hidey hole, and he finds her, just hacking the webs.
She knows Unix!
She's deleting, all of these files that he has, I guess, which are more people that he's kidnapping?
The Illuminati. We'll get to that once we're done with this episode.
So yeah, he comes down the steps and he's like, what you deleting all the files, huh? What's your name, girl? What you do?
What's that keyboard do?
She says her name is Kick, which becomes her cute little nickname because...
no, that just becomes her real name at this point.
Her real name is Kit Lanigan, and she calls herself Kick.
That's her dead name.
I mean, yeah, I guess, because she does legally change her name to Kick.
And for some reason, in this world where apparently there's a bunch of abductions, she becomes like a celebrity abducted person, I guess.
Yeah, well, because she's white.
And she was gone for 5 years and then got reunited with their family. I think most of the time they just get found in ditches as skeletons or something.
Yeah, all those all those kidnapped kids who come back that are all super famous now? Like the Lindbergh baby. Oh, wait, no, that's an opposite case scenario. Whoops.
Oh, like Martin Shkreli.
Yeah, yes. He was... yeah, well, no, his parents just left him. So, yeah,
Why did that guy's name come to my head? I don't what's wrong with me?
He probably has kidnapped at least one child, to be fair.
We have to assume he's kidnapped our hearts.
No.
No? You're not charmed by...
No, we're not doing this bit.
But anyway, yeah, he saves the little girl and the episode's over already. Wow, what a quick episode.
Yeah, well...
Ended real quick.
What did you think of the episode, Stair?
And that's our show.
Unfortunately, that is not the end. So we get we come into my town. They come up into my city.
What's
Philadelphia,
Pittsburgh, yes. Pennsylvania. Yes. And they're
Harrisburg.
There. I'm almost offended that the first time that Pittsburgh shows up in any show we watch, this is garbage.
Denver, Colorado is where you're from, Swanson.
Statistically, how many shows do we watch that are actually good?
Probably not enough.
Yeah.
Who would make a good show and put it in Pittsburgh, Swanson?
Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Might.
It's not. That's 6 hours away from me.
They might go to Pittsburgh in one of the episodes.
Look, The Dark Knight Rises was filmed in Pittsburgh, and that's all that matters.
I thought that was filmed in New York.
No, that's the first one. The second one's filmed in Chicago, and the third one is filmed in Pittsburgh. The three biggest cities, obviously.
But Batman Begins did that crazy stuff to make it like the Kowloon walled city. Was it really filmed in New York?
I'm pretty sure. I know for sure the second one was Chicago, and I know for sure the third one was Pittsburgh.
Who cares?
Anyway.
I don't trust you, Swanson. You're not a source.
You don't need to trust me. It's the truth.
We believe you.
I'll believe you when God tells me it's true.
Oh. When did Keo become so devout?
I'm getting beamed a message.
Wow, that sounds really painful.
The Christ child is within Kiorein.
Oh, he says Swanson's right.
Oh.
Hallelujah.
Vindicated by the Lord. Alright, so, we get grown-up Kick, and she's doing what every good, true American does, shooting the pain away.
This is a crazy montage of her driving and flipping off people in traffic.
Yeah, and then...
kickboxing.
she does self-defense classes to deal with her aggression or something. So on the Wikipedia of this Kit on Kit's description in the cast section, there's this thing I just noticed that's a little interesting because I didn't pick up on this, I don't think, and I'm gonna say it's because of the show. She was inspired to legally change her name to Kick to reflect her personal growth. Doesn't that seem like the opposite of personal growth? You're sort of holding on to the trauma.
It seems like a very big regression.
Yeah, like sort of holding on to the trauma of your past.
Yeah, clinging to a little name you gave yourself as a child when you were abducted.
Anyway, so she's doing self-defense, and so everyone in town knows that she's this kidnapped girl, I guess, because her mom wrote this book, which is titled My Story. It's a little on the nose, I think.
My Struggle.
Yeah, her mom
I was thinking the same thing.
Her mom wrote a book called My Struggle, and in it she talks about the true race.
Her daughter wouldn't have been kidnapped if we hadn't let those Italians into the country.
But yeah, her.
Oh, that's why they were having spaghetti meatball.
Yes.
Yeah, green bean casserole, spaghetti meatball.
An Italian cuisine.
Yeah. They love making green bean casserole, spaghetti, and meatballs.
Actually, I think this guy's Irish since his first name is Mel.
Yeah, sure. I mean, he had red hair, so that's pretty Irish.
Oh, yeah, that too.
So yeah.
Swanson, I want you to do me a favor.
Yes.
I want you to picture an Italian guy holding green bean casserole, spaghetti, and meatballs, and doing that little hand gesture for something tasting really good.
Yeah, I'm doing it as Super Mario.
I'm doing it as Captain Lou Albano as Super Mario. Hey kids, try out this green bean casserole, spaghetti, and meatballs.
And remember, if you do drugs, you go to hell before you die.
So yeah, this mom character just shows up on the TV. It's one of those moments that always infuriates me in a television show where someone is watching TV and the appropriate plot device comes up right at that exact moment that the character shows up.
Yeah. You gotta be more subtle with that shit nowadays.
Yeah, it's a little much.
What I would have preferred is if somebody put a newspaper down and the front page story was about her.
It just said My Struggle on it, and it was like new bestseller. So anyway, this shitty douchebag who's supposed to be like our male lead comes in,
and just assaults her. And wait, isn't that the name of the android from Alien?
Yes.
A film about women being threatened with rape, and then we have him assault her.
Yeah, he just straight up assaults this lady, and she rightfully beats him up, and then her FBI daddy shows up, and he's like...
Cop daddy.
Just say that again, sorry.
Officer daddy on the scene.
I would so watch a show called Officer Daddy.
You'd be disappointed every time, though.
Yeah. Because it would be like on CBS or something. It would just be about an officer who is also a dad.
I am not letting CBS have the rights to this.
To Officer Daddy?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. It's a Cinemax exclusive.
That's Showtime. We can put it on after John Donovan.
You mean Ray Donovan?
Yeah.
This Officer Daddy shows up and he's like, I'm recruiting for the FBI because I guess I could just do that.
We need a kidnapping victim.
We need someone with years of trauma to help us out.
We need an unqualified civilian to come with us.
And also you get to carry a gun. Like, perfect.
No, she didn't even... She wasn't even given permission by the FBI. She just brought the gun. She's like, what? I have a permit.
Who's gonna stop her? She has a gun.
Yeah. Are you gonna stop the lady with the gun? I don't think so.
So, anyways, they get on a plane, which I guess is like their little traveling base.
That's FBI HQ.
It's like the plane from Metal Gear Solid 4.
Look, Keo, who's gonna stop this lady with a gun? Unless it's another person with a gun.
Some kind of good individual with a gun?
The only person that can stop a lady with traumatic guilt over being kidnapped with a gun is another person with traumatic guilt over being kidnapped with a gun.
While we're talking about the gun thing, I'm gonna jump. We're a little bit ahead here, but when Bishop asked her if she knows how to use that thing, was I the only one hoping she would just, whip it out and blow him away?
Yeah, this dude's a piece of shit. I'm supposed to care about this guy, but the entire time he's like a weird FBI gatekeeper. He's just
attacking women.
If she murdered that dude on the spot, this show would have actually been good.
Half this episode, this guy being like, "You're not really part of the FBI unless you do this."
Oh no!
It was the weirdest fucking shit.
I'm a real FBI guy, not you. Not you.
You want to get into the FBI? Let's have an interview at this couch.
But the show doesn't waste any time getting the group together. It's like 16 minutes in, and this FBI daddy is like, well, all right, let's find this girl. It's like, what? What happened?
And we're also going to need a completely unsupervised hacker.
Yeah, he's just there, and they picked him up, and he's like, we didn't
even introduce that character.
Well, no, he was the guy who was on the couch earlier.
Yeah, we didn't mention him.
Oh, we didn't. Yes, I thought you were talking about the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the guy who's watching the TV when the mom shows up.
And also he's gay.
Yeah, they throw that in there just by him being like, hey, what's up? I'm a hacker, and also, I sex men. Which is how he says it. He says it exactly like that, and there's...
Yeah, it's really on the nose.
I was half expecting Bishop to be like, huh, so your friend's gay? Huh. I bet he doesn't even know how to suck a dick.
I bet I could fuck so many asses.
I bet you he doesn't even... So you think you suck dicks? Well, let me show you how it's done. You know what you're doing?
You think you're a top? I'll show you.
You think you know how to lick a butt?
I'll show you who the boss of this plane is.
Anyway,
No, Stare, he'd clearly say, you think you're a bottom?
I'll show you who the real bottom is. It's called power bottoming, kid.
Feel look at this powerful clench. Feel it.
So they go and inspect this place that they find, and
there's literally like an IED, like the opening of Sicario.
Yeah, the Kick finds the child door, and finds like this secret child room where there's a doll, and the doll has a tattoo on its forehead like Jared Leto's
damaged.
Joker. Yeah. And then it blows up. And it's like one of those really cheap explosions where like Bishop is there to like throw her away from the explosion. It's like,
it's like 24, but without any of the charm.
What the hell was that sequence? Like, I couldn't make any sense of it at all.
It's like it's weird because they have like 5 different cameras getting the same shot of them exploding, and they cut to like 3 of them at the same time.
Also, because none of the kidnappers we meet seem like they would be bomb experts.
Yeah,
we don't even meet the person responsible for this at all. I don't think.
Well, yeah, because by the time we meet him, quote unquote, he is dead.
Oh yeah, well, yeah, I guess that does hurt things a little.
He might have been a bomb expert. We don't really hear.
Yeah,
all
we get to see of him is corpse.
Yeah. But what we do learn is after Bishop is...
Wait. Did I lose track of the show? Because I thought they went to just the wrong location and picked up an unrelated kidnapping victim.
And you just went to some other guy's sex dungeon?
There was a girl there, and she said, you shouldn't be here, it's not safe. What was that about?
That was her flashing back. That was her seeing her past self.
Okay.
Yeah, she was seeing her past self. It's a narrative technique to show that she has trauma, Kiorein.
You have to return to Comet Ping Pong.
Okay, I thought that was just a really poorly written child actor who was there.
This is both.
Oh, Stare! This was made.
I thought it was
made in
just
2017. They could do a Comet Ping Pong reference.
Oh God.
Or it's Comet Pizza, isn't it?
What's Comet Pizza Pong?
Pizza Pong.
They got ping pong there, but I think it's Comet Pizza.
Comet Ping...
Or maybe it's Comet
Why
Ping
do I
Pong
think it's Comet
Pizza.
Ping Pong, then?
Well, I mean, they probably play... They have ping pong there, probably.
I don't know. I'll go ask my good friend Q.
Tell us what he says.
Okay.
Wait, is that Q from Star Trek?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Alright, so, yeah. Bishop is more of an asshole. There's a moment where, like, she's just straight up is like, "What's your problem, man?" And he's like, "I have stuff that you don't even know about."
I got stuff between my legs that you don't.
Reading this, because we're not going to watch any more of the spoilers.
Okay, sorry, Swanson. For the record, it is Comet Ping Pong, and apparently this year someone tried to burn it down.
Were they successful?
No. Maybe next year.
Better luck next time.
Wait, we're not done with the episode yet, Swanson.
I know.
I heard you saying you're going to rate it.
I said better luck next time.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to gear up.
Sorry.
All right, so I have a secret into Bishop's origins that's explained in this cast description.
We should
Oh
save
boy,
that for
the best way to learn things about characters.
I don't know. I want to save that for after the recap.
Okay, I'll save it. You'll just have
Wait, are you already in on this, Stare?
Yeah, I also looked at the Wikipedia and there's some choice bits.
All right. We'll discuss.
You guys are cheaters.
We'll discuss in a sec. Well, I'm a researcher, Kiorein. All right, Stairmaster is the cheater here. I wanted to surprise him.
Well, to be fair, I did try to surprise you last week and bombed horribly. Or was that the week before? It's also hazy.
It's hard to tell. Weeks run together.
Yeah,
anyway,
it was last week.
What we learn is the case is that we're dealing with 2 abductions. This is abductception.
Abduction, yes. I thought you were going to flub it, so I tried to jump in there.
Yeah. The point is that we both made it there.
Yeah, so apparently they stole this kid from another... So this kid got stolen from parents who stole that kid from another set of parents.
Yeah, and this is when shit gets wild. So they go in and investigate these parents, and like right off the bat, the mom just blames herself straight up, and no one tells her it's not her fault.
Well, she's a filthy kidnapper. She doesn't deserve their sympathy.
Yeah, and then this is the second part, of course, which makes Kick unlikable, which is that, like, yeah, these people kind of have a point for, like, this girl, like, having this girl, which is that, like, yeah, that's a pretty okay home. It's not like they're kidnapped. It's not like they're actually, like, treating her horribly or anything. And also, like, they make a pretty fair point, which is that, well, you know, she would just sort of been left to foster care if it weren't for them.
It's weird that the show about investigating kidnappings has an morally ambiguous kidnapping in the first episode.
Maybe don't, for the first episode, make it a little morally ambiguous. I think maybe we should just have a straight-up kidnapping on that first
Yeah, let's have them investigate Hillary Clinton or something.
Even Kick's kidnapping is kind of confusing, isn't it?
Well, we don't get any info on it other than that.
It seems like her parents became assholes after the kidnapping, not before.
Yeah, because
her kidnappers seem like they
were nice to her.
Yeah, didn't they?
He did say go into the hole.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like their weird protocol for when like somebody was coming around.
They took her from her parents.
I'm just saying, like, why would they portray it like that? Usually, kidnappers do not kidnap people's kids and then treat them nicely. Like, why are you making noises like that? I'm just saying.
You heard it here, folks. Keo pro kidnapping. If you're nice to the people.
I'm saying that's really, really unusual, and both of the kidnappings in the show were like that.
I think they did it because they needed to explain why 5 years later she was not dead.
Yeah. Or, just like catatonic.
We skipped over a thing, which is that the mom shows up at these people's houses. At their
spokesperson.
Yeah. Which I guess you can just do if you're a novelist. What?
She's famous. She's got the right.
Like, so she's a novelist, right? That's what it's established from that scene where she's
a celebrity.
So then I guess families who also have their kids kidnapped can just be like, hey, you lady who like clearly is using abduction to fund your career, hey, help us out.
I think she offered it and they took her up on her offer because she's famous.
Yeah, she's another in a long line of terrible characters on this show. And like after Kick is like, oh, these kidnappers, you're also kidnappers for kidnapping from the kidnappers. And you suck, and you guys stink. And she like storms out. Her mom is just like there in the back door. Just like, what's going on, honey? What's the problem? Like, why are you still here? Go away, Mom.
Parents, they just don't understand.
Yeah, it's just like Will Smith said in that classic Game of Thrones episode. But yeah, so both of these leads before the third act are unlikable.
Yeah. So anyways, they track down the kidnapped boy, and he's dead.
Yeah, he's dead. So what they determine is that he might have had an accomplice, which is his cellmate, I guess.
Who was apparently like a turbo pedophile.
Yeah.
So it's like, why are they prison friends? It seems like he's a regular crime boy.
Sometimes prisoners just, make friends with
pedophiles. Yes.
They don't accurately explain why these two were working together or how or what happened with the situation with this girl. Just that like, oh no, he has the girl now, so we gotta go get her.
They imply he wanted her as a sex slave and the other guy wanted a ransom.
Yeah, I guess.
And I guess he can make bombs because he's a pedophile?
No. The dead guy made the bomb, I think. Because there's no bombs in this final sequence.
Yeah, you would think if he knew how to make bombs, he would have done it.
Okay, why would the gang member rig a doll with a bomb and put a little note on the head?
Because he's a Mexican gang member. Haven't you seen Sicario?
This is how they do things down in Mexico. Okay, I've seen Sicario Day of the Salado.
With Bernard Del Toro.
I'm pretty sure the note would have said "Hasta la vista"
with Benicio del Toro.
Hasta la bye bye.
So yeah, she goes and finds the girl, I don't think we've explained that she's blind, have we?
She has a rare eye disease.
Yeah. Also, was it just me? I might have been like real sleepy during this, but was the child actor just closing her eyes the whole time?
A little bit.
Okay. It wasn't just me.
Anyways, yeah, they find out that this guy used to work at this abandoned James Cameron-ass building factory.
Yeah, so they're just at like this abandoned warehouse.
Oh, also, FBI daddy's like, we can't send a team in, that girl will be dead.
So let's send you and an unqualified FBI agent and an unqualified regular person. They
don't explain why.
Yeah, like imagine if someone actually died there, like how much trouble
that guy would be so... That guy would be turbo fired, especially if it's the kidnapped lady who dies.
Yeah, there's an FBI agent, and there's one FBI agent, and then just one random lady who's like not even supposed to be part of the investigation legally.
Yeah. Like, neither of them are, like, actually trained in hostage rescue situations. They're investigators.
Yeah, why doesn't FBI daddy go and do something about it? He's the one who's at least trained.
Why don't they send a team? Like, what? There's no cameras out there. If they're concerned about him, why don't they just wait for him to leave the factory to get food? And arrest him there?
So, Kick finds the girl, and I guess she knows a thing or two about lockpicking.
Because she's claustrophobic.
Yeah. So she has to get the girl to help her unlock the door, and just as she unlocks the door,
Crime Boy
shows up, and he starts yelling. That's all he does in this entire thing. He's just like, "What? No!"
To be fair, I think we'd all be yelling in that situation if the FBI came to take away our child sex slave.
Yeah, who among us wouldn't?
That's just the human reaction to that situation. That's just the
human condition.
You've got to be prepared because eventually the government's going to take away your sex slaves.
That's why the book this show is based on is the Great American Novel.
And how long ago did this kidnapping happen?
like 3 days, maybe.
Yeah, it's not clear.
They say 36 hours at one point, so...
He had that whole cage like set up already.
Yeah.
Well, it's in an abandoned. It's the cage factory. They're making cages.
Maybe the foreman had his own sex slaves back in the 80s.
Yeah,
that's some deep lore.
So, they take out this guy with a little callback to their sexual assault.
They punch and kick him until he's dead.
Yeah. Or not his, yeah, with Bishop's callback to his own assault on our lead character earlier in the show.
He gets his ass kicked by this guy.
Yeah, it was nice. I was hoping he would stab him.
He gets beaten with a pipe.
So her Kick's superhero origin story is complete with saving this little girl. And, Bishop is like, yeah, I guess the FBI is going to decide whether or not there's going to be a judge who decides whether or not this family is going to stick together. And they make it seem like it's good.
Yeah, well, I know how that's going to go. It's going to go great.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah, a judge in Texas is totally going to side with this family, one of whom, this family of color.
One of whom is a convict.
Yeah, that's going to go well, I bet. This convict family. And he's like, "Oh well, no need to worry about it now. We saved the little girl."
It ends well.
And then FBI daddy's like, "You've outlived your usefulness. Get on this commercial flight back to Philly."
And she's like, "No." And he's like, "Oh, you got me there." And then we get a random scaremongering statistic.
Keep illegally adding you to missions.
We get this random scaremongering statistic at the end. It's where they just say, "Well, it's like every 30 seconds, 7 people go missing or something ridiculous." They just added on at the end of this, and then I was like expecting there to be like a hotline number or something, but then it just ends.
I mean, no one's gonna help you.
They just say,
Swanson, nobody can do anything. They're gone.
They just add that statistic at the end, like, why?
You gotta feel afraid.
They come into your house and they steal you.
Okay, so how many people disappeared during this episode then? Since it takes place over several days.
Let's see. Who?
7 people go missing every 30 seconds.
Keo, I'm gonna need you to do the math on this one.
Oh, dear God. I think that's like several thousand. 30 seconds. 7 times.
Or do you think they meant 7 as in like several? Like numerous people.
That's not a statistic at all.
That's just a saying. That's a phrase.
Oh yeah, a bunch of people go missing, I guess.
Yeah, people go missing sometimes.
So that's 14 people every 60 minutes in an hour. 24.
All right, well, we don't need to do this.
That's 20,000 people per day by that statistic.
Yeah, that seems wrong.
I don't know.
That's more than the state of Rhode Island, yeah.
I'm not sure about that, Chief.
That's more than the state of Missouri. That's more than the most populous city in
I don't know if that's like a global
Arkansas.
I don't know if that's like a global statistic, then that would make sense, but
oh, maybe it's a global statistic.
But I mean, that would also count people in Africa getting eaten by animals.
They also don't say anything. They also don't have anything else other than that one weird random statistic. So
did they even cite it?
No, of course not.
Oh God.
Anyway, Keo, are you ready to hear the secret now?
Oh, Keo, where were you?
I got kidnapped.
Oh,
well, I guess we found you. Problem solved.
Yeah, why didn't you pay the ransom?
Well, we didn't
get one. We just got this. That's what this note says. Keo is now my sex slave.
He will suck.
Yeah, that was a really harrowing minute.
Yeah, well, you gotta
be careful. It could happen to any of us in the next 30 seconds or...
Oh man, they got Swanson.
Oh, man. That was...
God! We all got kidnapped simultaneously.
Wow, that was wild.
Yeah, now we're in a cage.
Oh, well, at least we still have our microphones with us. So anyways, time for some lore.
Yeah, are you guys ready to hear about Bishop's secret origins?
No.
All right. It was revealed in Tiger that Bishop was actually involved in Novak's first abduction case.
What?
Tiger is the 4th episode of season 1.
When he witnessed, he is involved in Novak's first ever abduction case when he witnessed his twin brother Mark being taken when he and Mark were just 6 years old.
Let me read the episode synopsis for that one. The abduction of a father and son reveals a complex plan to rob a bank and conduct a raid on a prison transport.
Both?
What is this show?
It's just like Stalkers. Remember that one episode where there's a bomb?
And where every crime was somehow related to some kind of stalking incident.
Yeah.
Oh, there's some other good ones, like episode 2, Ride. When college girls go missing while using a new local ride booking app, the team soon realizes that one of the app's developers has a murkier past than he initially admitted to. So we got an episode where they're investigating Steve Jobs. Or something.
Well, he made a whole app just to kidnap people. That's kind of... That's kind of counterproductive, don't you think?
I don't know. That seems actually super efficient. What did you read?
Here's episode 10 synopsis. The linked abductions of a high-class attorney and a potential illegal working in a care home result in the team working with Novak's estranged daughter.
Wait, did the synopsis literally refer to an illegal immigrant as an illegal?
A potential illegal. They might not be allowed to live in this country, according to the writers.
Also, it seems that there are suggestions at the end that Kick was part of a ring of children who were kidnapped.
Yes.
Anyway,
well, I would like them to explain that whole thing because it was very confusing to me.
According to the cast page. So, anyways, thoughts?
Yeah, any last thoughts on this show? It's bad. I don't like it.
It's a tune out for me.
It's like I said, it's boilerplate CBS procedural garbage. It's no good. I don't like it. Get it out of my face.
Yeah, it was kind of amusing, but not amusing enough to go out of your way to look at it. Bad.
That's a tune out for Gone.
Just throw your television out the window like Tommy Wiseau.
Make your TV gone if you have to watch this. Actually,
let them abduct your TV.
If you're being forced to watch this, you have to be gone from the room. How's that? Is that good?
That was terrible, Swanson. I'm sorry.
I wish you'd got kidnapped again and forced to suck.
They got him.
Yes, I got him.
Wait.
Okay, hold on. How about this one?
You're the one who was behind this?
Yes. Why else do you think you'd be kidnapped? Oh?
If you have to watch this... Or hold on. How about this one? It's time to kick this show to the curb.
Swanson, I thought you were kidnapped.
Put the mask bag over his head again. Well, anyways, it's time for plugs. Head on over to the Sideshow Network. Swanson, what is it?
What?
What do you say for plugs? Do that.
He does not mention that website at all.
Hi there, folks. It's time for plugs. I'm Swanson. If you have any quips, comments,
I am Kiorein.
Questions, foresights, or otherwise, you can email us at tvtunerspodcast@gmail.com. What's that email, Kiorein?
Before I repeat the email address, I would like to reiterate that we would like you to email us at this address with any kind of commentary, questions, foresights, or otherwise.
We appreciate your insights.
Yeah. What's the email?
The email address is hosted on the Google servers. It is tvtunerspodcast@gmail.com. What's that email again, Stairmaster?
tvtunerpodcast@gmail.com.
That's right. And we are also on Twitter. I'm on Twitter at Jesse Swanson.
I'm on Twitter at Stairmaster2.
If you do not send an email to that address, we will kill Swanson. His blood will be on your hands.
This is our ransom.
Keo, what's going on here?
We've kidnapped you, remember?
It's not a kidnapping if I'm just here.
Put the bag over his head again.
Yeah, so I'm on Twitter at real Kiorein this time, I think.
And check out some of the other podcasts on Podern Family.
What?
Hashtag Podern Family. Are we supposed...
You can... What is wrong with you?
I'm sorry.
Do you have holes in your brain?
Maybe.
Stair, we do plugs every week, and you didn't notice that we don't say any of that ever.
I'm just glad that the podcast is over and I don't have to think about the television.
The entire time, Stair is just like doing a dance, like the podcast is about to end. All right. We also are on Twitter at TV Tuners.
And we're now a member of the
Mr. Podcast.
It's we're on Mr. Pod's podcast network. We're all real excited to be part of that network. It's a good time, actually, you know.
There should be some exciting things happening in the future, gang.
Yeah, stay so you want to stay tuned to that Twitter, and you also want to use the hashtag TV Tuners. And also be sure to check out any of the great shows that are on Mr. Pod's podcast network. Tons of great ones.
I've heard they have a lot of shows on there.
Yeah, we're lucky to be on for sure. And if you have anything else that you want to do, you don't do it here. You can also.
Life is so short. Let's get out there. Follow your dreams.
Get out there. Live your dreams. Don't let your dreams be.
We've only got like 2 decades left at most. Get out there.
So yeah, you while you're out there doing your dreams, be sure to follow us on any of the podcatchers of your choice. We're on Apple Play, Google, Stitcher, Sleebies, and of course Mr. Pods.
Mac Weldon.
We're on MacWeldon.com. And you can find us on all of those streaming platforms, on all those podcasters, and give us a 5-star review. It'll be great. I'd love it.
Goodbye.
And that's it for this week's episode of the podcast. Until next week, we'll be back watching TV. Keep watching.
What are you doing? No!
It's over.
This has been Television Tuners. Please tune in next week for more TV goodness.
Welcome to Mr. Pod's Podcasting Network.